What do you guys think of the beard? Do you think it's a little nice? You know, a little bit of No Shave November? I don't know. How much do you guys really see that? You see it at all? It's a little noticeable this year. I always do it every year, but this is the first year it's actually kind of come in a bit. But anyways, a little personal life story there. Anywho, we're here today to talk about Magneto. So, I've done 4 videos now about the Brotherhood of Mutants, and they're kind of ridiculous, except for Mystique. I don't think Mystique's that good, but the rest of them are really awesome. And if you haven't seen those videos, you know, feel free to watch them. You don't have to watch them to watch this video. It's just sort of like, you know, this is sort of like the climax of those Brotherhood videos. So Magneto, the leader, the Nick Fury of the Brotherhood of Mutants, the Star-Lord of the Brotherhood of Mutants. This is the ultimate character that you're going to get by farming up mutants and the Brotherhood characters. And then he's sort of the one that sort of brings that team together. He is that final piece that allows these characters to become ridiculously great. A lot of these characters have stuff in their kits that synergize with Magneto specifically. And Magneto has a lot of stuff that synergizes with the Brotherhood of Evil, and that is sort of built with countering Nick Fury in mind. So let's start with his basic attack. Magnetic Force allows him to attack the primary target for 220% damage, 20% piercing, plus 20% piercing, and then he'll chain to up to 1 to 2 additional targets for 190% damage and 20% piercing. Nothing too crazy here. You know, it's a fine skill. Nothing to really write home about there. Polarized Beam, his special, he'll attack the primary target for 240% damage, plus 20% piercing, plus apply Disrupted for 2 turns. That's that special effect that's new with this patch, where if you apply it to an enemy, they can't have any more positive effects applied to them. And he'll apply Slow for 2 turns, and then remove all positive effects from this person. So if he attacks a guy, they're gone. And keep in mind, who's somebody on the Nick Fury team who has a lot of buffs that you'd want to remove? Oh, it's Nick Fury. So this is designed to use straight on Nick Fury. It's unavoidable. You just beam down Nick Fury. You know, he gets all these buffs on him. Just boom, no more buffs on Nick Fury now. Just all positive effects gone, and he's disrupted, so no more positive effect can be applied on him. And this starts out, you can use this as for Magneto's first turn, so you can just shut Nick Fury down before he can even get started. So this is ridiculous for Nick Fury. Then his ultimate Magnetic Vortex, pull all enemies up to 2 spaces toward the primary target, then attack primary and adjacent targets for 240% damage, plus apply blind, unavoidable, and can't be counterattacked. So what's interesting about this attack is that he'll pull all enemies 2 spaces towards the target. First off, how's this gonna work, like, visually? You know, are you gonna actually physically pull everybody together? You know, is that how you're gonna be doing it? Or is this gonna be more like you apply an effect to somebody like, you know, linked or something like that? You know, say he pulls people together, and if you're pulled together, it applies the linked effect, so those characters count as adjacent then. But because there's only really 5 people on the board most of the time, minus raids, you know, this is just going to allow this to hit everybody on the enemy team. You know, another thing I wonder is this going to be a permanent effect? Like, do you pull them all together and that's it? They're like that for the rest of battle? Or is this just only for Magneto's attack? Because if it is permanent, then that works very well with, like, people like Sabretooth or Pyro that have a lot of skills that attack one person and then the adjacent targets. So we'll have to see how this plays out in game. I don't think it's gonna last. I think it'll only be like during this attack, but still very good. You know, a solid skill right there, and it's an interesting effect that we haven't gotten to see in this game, and I'm really interested to see how this works in game. Then his passive, Brotherhood of Mutants. On spawn, fill 15% of speed bar, and then fill 15% of his speed bar per a Brotherhood ally. On enemy crit, apply speed up to self and all Brotherhood allies. Then he gains 50% focus, and then all Brotherhood allies gain 50% focus, and he gains 15% max health, and all Brotherhood allies gain 15% max health. So that's very interesting. In the right team comp for Magneto, where you put him with 4 Brotherhood characters, he starts out with 75% speed bar just straight off the bat. So then that's going to allow him to go before Nick Fury. You're going to use Polarized Beam on Nick Fury to apply Disrupted, so he can't get any more positive effects applied to himself, and then that's it. The shield team falls apart. It really relies on Nick Fury spreading those buffs to the entire team. Magneto just flat out shuts it down. There's no more Nick Fury. If you're fighting Magneto as Nick Fury, you're going to lose. The entire Brotherhood team was designed with the idea of taking down Nick Fury, and Magneto just encompasses all that. I mean, even without the Brotherhood of Mutants, Magneto is still countering Nick Fury. So just be wary, everybody who's relying on Nick Fury in Arena, Blitz, Raid. You know, Magneto's gonna be coming out in a lot of those modes. Now, not a lot of people are gonna have it, but he's still something to be scared of. I know I rely heavily on Nick Fury for my Arena team, so just Magneto is something to be scared of. And of course, also keep in mind that these are not his actual icons right here. I guess, yeah, I don't think they're able to data mine them, so, you know, just, they look cooler on Magneto. And of course, if you guys want to look at his stats, here are his stats. I am not much of a stat junkie, so I can't really look at this and be like, ooh, 5,512 armor, that's very good or very bad. I don't really know, but in case some of you are curious, those are what his stats are looking like. So a very great character, somebody to keep an eye on. You definitely want to be working towards him with the Brotherhood and Mutant characters. With that being said, what do I know? I am just a 17-year-old. Signing off, guys.